Welcome to another Tabletop Ready Miniatures video. Tonight I wanted to talk about the two new commanders for Star Wars Legion. And that is Leia Organa for the Rebels and General Veers for the Empire. Or the Imperials. I don't know how you want to call it. Anyway, so I wanted to go over side by side the comparisons because I think, in my personal opinion, I think Leia is better and by quite a bit better than General Veers. So, like I said, let's go ahead and get into the two. Here are the models right here. Not a big fan of Leia's pose with the big gun sticking out, but it is what it is. General Veers, he's all right. So, let's go over their cards first. Now, they have the exact same equipment cards, so those are sixes. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. So, those have nothing to play with, or nothing to deal with. So then we go to their individual stat cards. General Veers costs 80 points base, and Leia costs 90 points base. They both are able to equip 2 command cards and then 1 equipment card. So General Veers has 5 wounds. Leia has 6. They both have 2 courage. General Veers has a red defense die that he uses, and Leia has a white defense die. Now, General Veers has a attack surge, and Leia has both an attack and a defense surge. Now, they also, both their attacks turn to crits. So their attack surges change the surges to criticals. Leia also has a defense surge, so basically General Veers rolls a 4 up to save, Leia is rolling a 5 up to save. So that is one thing that's not as good for Leia. That's like pretty much the only thing, in my opinion, that's not as good. So both their abilities. So we'll go to their abilities because those are similar but also different. So Leia has Take Cover 2, and General Veers has Spotter 2. General Veers gives trooper units at range 1 an aim token, up to 2 trooper units, and Leia gives dodge tokens. Obviously, with the stormtroopers and the rebel troopers, those are incredibly powerful abilities. They are both actions, not free actions, but like I said, giving a name token to a what do I want to call them? The missile launchers. That would be epic. Or even like a DLT, trooper squad. So just being able to give aim for the troopers so they can move and shoot, or they can recover and shoot, whatever it might be. That's actually quite potent. Leia also nimble. You activate her and you give dodge tokens to troopers. Boom, just that many more dodge tokens. And to be like everyone knows who plays Rebels, dodge tokens change the battle. If you can maximize your dodge tokens, it is hard to pull you off. You know what I'm saying? To whittle you down. So they both have Inspire, though Leia has Inspire 2. So at range 1 to 2, you remove up to 2 suppression tokens from other friendly units at range 1 to 2. So Leia can take 2 away. Veers can only take 1. So obviously, point for Leia. So 1 point for Veers because he has better defense, but he does have 1 less wound. General Veers has better defense, but 1 less wound. Leia has obviously the vice versa, and she also has Inspire 2. So they each have a point. Leia has a second point for an additional Inspire. They both have Nimble and Precise, which is the same as the Stormtroopers and the Rebel Troopers, so that they they benefit from the same abilities. And then they both have Sharpshooter, but again, Leia has Sharpshooter 2, and General Veers only has Sharpshooter 1. So, 0.3 for Leia, and General Veers is still hanging on to just that 1. He has a better defense. So, all in all, ability-wise, she's better because she has strong, they have the same ability, but hers are stronger with the Sharpshooter and the Inspire 2 as opposed to the 1. Now you go into weapons. General Veers has combat expertise, but Princess Leia somehow has martial arts. So she gets 3 black dice in close combat, and General Veers only gets 2. Leia also has her Defender Sporting Blaster, which gives 3 attack dice, but only range 1 to 2. General Veers has Veers' E11 Blaster Rifle, which is a range 1 to 3, and you get 3 white dice. So yes, he has Precise 1, which allows him to reroll if he has additional aim tokens, but you're rolling 3 white dice. So, and he only has Sharpshooter 1, whereas she has Sharpshooter 2. So yes, she doesn't have the range, she can't just sit there and snipe, but she's so much more devastating. You get her up and close, and she's going to blast the crap out of anybody, especially if she's hanging out with fleet troopers. Now it gets really nasty. So, they both have Pierce 1. So in my personal opinion, I think Leia's weapon is stronger, even though it has a shorter range. I think it's still stronger. So if you don't agree, okay, we can even call it a wash. So it still sits at 1 to 3. But I would say 1 to 4. So those are their cards. So we'll go look at their command cards. So they both have basically like at the end of your activation, you can make an attack. So I looked up the rules, the range. It is range 1 or excuse me, up to range within range 4 or greater. So they can't be closer than range 4. They can't be within range. Well, they can't be wholly within range 3 for this to work, which is a really interesting because they're both pip 1s. And usually when you're throwing out a pip 1, you're looking to take control and do an activation to cause something to happen. In my opinion, I don't know. My problem is because it's at the end of their activations, they perform an additional attack. So they're performing an attack at the end of the game. How likely is it that your leaders are going to be at the edge of the board and able to shoot at things that are still at range 4 or greater? I mean, what's going to be at range 4 or greater still? Maybe an ATST? I can't imagine anything still being far. I mean, I guess I could see if you're playing on a 3x6, if you're playing the long ways, but like the short ways, I mean, yeah, I guess you could you're concentrated on the right side and you're shooting off into the left, but I don't know. I think that range restriction is gonna kind of cause a couple of problems, and you're not gonna have as many targets of opportunity. Granted, if you were to do this first turn, boom, you throw this down, activate General Veers, and then blast away. I mean, that would be kind of cool for try to soften up a T-47 for in the case of General Veers, or soften up some infantry before you have to, before they can make it into range with Leia. But like I said, as pip 1s, it doesn't make sense. If those were pip 3s, I think they'd be phenomenal. So, with regards to which one is better, at this point, I would give that to General Veers. I think his is probably a better command. So that gives General Veers 2 to Leia's 3. So then you have Evasive Maneuvers, and No Time for Sorrows. Now, No Time for Sorrows allows when a friendly trooper unit is issued an order, it may perform a speed 1 move, which I think is going to be incredibly powerful with fleet troopers, and even rebel troopers. It'll help, but like I said, being able to get those fleet troopers into a closer range. I mean, imagine you give them an order, boom, they get to move an extra movement 1, and now they're that much closer after turn 1, and then turn 2, move, shoot. You unleash a hail of white dice on someone. Can be very powerful. Evasive Maneuvers, you give orders to 2 vehicles, so that'll be interesting. I know a lot of people were thinking Veers with 2 ATSTs, and you'd be able to use this order, give them dodge token, and then they also can use dodge tokens against critical results as well. So that's kind of cool. of the two, I think it just depends on the list. I think Leia's is will affect consistently because you're always going to have a ton of troopers. General Veers, obviously you'll either have speeders or ATSTs or a combination of both, so it can affect both as well. So again, I don't know who I'd give it to. I would probably give it to Leia, just because I think that one movement is going to be critical. This makes your vehicles a lot stronger for one round, but this can get you into a position to sweep and really take advantage. Especially getting people out of if they're out of position, or to get these guys into position, your units into position a lot quicker. Then the last but not least, you have Imperial Discipline, and somebody has to save our skins. Leia's, basically you activate Leia at the end of Leia's activation. You can choose a friendly unit within range 1 to 2 of Leia, and they can immediately activate. So you get 2 activations, which I think is really powerful. In the previous video with the unboxing, I kind of went into that. General Veers is Imperial Discipline. When a friendly unit is issued an order, it may recover, which I think is really beneficial, because it'll basically get you to reset suppression. If you're having problems with suppression, it can allow you to recover weapons if you're running some some DLTs. Excuse me, not DLTs. Your missile launchers. It'll allow you to recover those. So it'll be interesting. It's definitely necessary, and with three pips, it makes a lot of sense. It's like 3 pips. Take a break, calm down, everyone. Let's get back into the fight. So this is a necessity, but I think this Leia's is really can help you swing the momentum and the initiative into your favor. So I would give that to Leia. So like I said, on the whole, command cards aside, I think they're pretty even, the command cards. But if you look at them just by their stat cards, Leia is better. And yes, she's 10 points more. But I think the things that she has, I would be okay if she were 15 or 20 points more than General Veers. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I haven't played with her yet in an army to see how much more effective she is than General Veers. They're both. Don't get me wrong. They're both effective. They're both gonna be fun units. But just when I saw the whole Inspire 2, Sharpshooter 2, an extra wound, I'm thinking, my goodness, for 10 points more, she's she's got so many more items that make her a little stronger. Even her weapon, again, I think her weapon's way better than General Veers. So like I said, I think she's better in almost every way than General Veers, obviously, other than defense. So yeah, for 10 points more, she's definitely a bargain, a steal of a deal, and she's gonna make Rebel troopers that much worse, and that much more of a pain in the butt to deal with. So I can easily see her running around with 6 Rebel trooper squads, or 4 Rebel trooper squads and 2 fleet trooper squads, and the fleet troopers just are her bodyguards. They're running around, getting up to range 2 and just unleashing destruction and devastation wherever they go. So let me know what you guys think, what you guys agree with, what you don't, in the comments down below. I'm excited to hear what you guys think, and let me know if you guys have played with them, if you've used them already, and how they played. So thanks for watching. This is been one of our Wargamer chats, is what I like to call them. Don't forget that we are an assembly and painting studio. We do commissions. If you're interested or have questions, you can inquire at tabletopreadyminiatures@gmail.com. We're glad to answer any questions that you might have. Or you can visit our website. We have a website, tabletopreadyminiatures.com. There we have a frequently asked questions page. We go through the pricing and how everything works, and answer a lot of those questions there as well. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for our new subscribers. If you guys are interested, please subscribe and hit the like button. Let us know if there's other things we can do, or if there's ways that we can make our videos better. We're always willing to listen and to try new things, and to make our these things just a little bit better so we can enjoy the hobby that we love. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.